What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about the new website that Danny has released. Now, this is going to be a better way to facilitate the mods and everything because in the Steam forums they were very jumbled and we couldn't find them. I don't think he's going to use Steam Workshop, but this could be just as good if we do it right. More importantly than that, this is where feedback needs to be put. Like, even if you do not own the game, they're trying to make a better football game. So we need the ideas of the community. You don't have to buy the game. You can just give your feedback by saying, "I want to see this. I want to see this. Can you put this?" This is aiming to be a simulation football game. The first year, last year, it was not a simulation product because Danny did not understand what the sim gamers wanted. I remember when I first posted on the Steam forums about the game, I said, make this game where we can mod it, where we could put college, NFL, or whatever we want on here. And then he had no intentions of doing that at first. So, the sim community kind of swayed him in that direction. And he has understood that, you know, over last year when the game came out, he said, I can't compete with Madden, so I need to make a game that the community wants. So he doesn't know what we want unless we tell him. So go to these forums. I'll have the link in the description. Make a thread. You don't. I mean, before I asked you to add support for Steam, but most of you guys don't even have Steam because you play on the console, and that's fine. But here, you have an option going to this separate site. You don't have to sign up to Steam. Of course, you do have to sign up to the site to post. But just give your feedback. Tell Danny what you want. He's going to have another guy monitor the forums so he can focus on development of the game, which is very soon. I think the beta is going to be in April, I believe. So these next few months are going to be very important to get in what we want and hopefully get the ideas that you guys want to see. So I implore you guys, go to these forums, post what you want to see from a simulation football game that you hadn't seen in Madden for years, or you just wish you could see. I mean, he can add it. I mean, a lot of these things that are being put in this year's game are due to a forum post that I made in last year's 2015 version on Steam, and I'll show you a picture here. Here's a list of features that I asked for in the 2015 version. However, you know, he decided to work on the 2016 version so he could redo the user interface and everything to allow us to do logo mods. I believe it was one of the reasons. So a lot of this stuff is coming that I asked for, only because I made the post and said, hey, can we maybe try to get this in the game? We need this, 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 and this. There's a lot of things that need to be put in this game because it's transitioning from an arcade style Tecmo Bowl game from what it was into a simulation game that respects the game of football with penalties and full rosters and stuff like that. Just the basic, bare minimum stuff right now is what we need to see. And I'm going to tell him that, we need to see basic full rosters and all this. Guys, just go into the forums and tell him what you want to see. It's not going to hurt to just say, we need to see this. He needs feedback. He needs to see more feedback from people than just a few people here. Me and just a few others on the forums. But we need to see more feedback. You don't have to own the game. Just tell him what you want to see in a future football game. It's not going to hurt to post in the forums. Now, I've been heavily criticized for supporting this game, but I've been a PC gamer for not too long, but I've seen what modders can do. And I've seen that, games become more than what they used to be. I mean, the longevity can be just infinite in some games. And you're starting to see a trend here, transitioning of the guard, you might say, of games that are going in that direction. I mean, you got games like Mario Maker and Minecraft, where creativity is paramount for the game. Like, it is focused on creativity, creating. Fallout 4, create your own settlement. It's going more in that direction now. It's almost becoming the norm. That's why I made a joke to Virtual Footballer. I said, the license is irrelevant, becoming irrelevant. For, the NFL license, because we don't really need it anymore. We don't really need a license for player pictures and player names and likenesses because modders can do that now. I mean, as long as it's not sold to make money, as it's free. I mean, it's legal. So I mean, it doesn't it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I don't care about the license anymore, guys. I don't want it, to be honest, because I don't have the red tape that I have to deal with from the NFL about dunking goalposts and celebrating and the injuries and all that is to hide, you know, flaws that they have, like, you know, the concussions and stuff that they're being sued over the years. I mean, that's they don't want that. They don't want that kind of exposure. But I just want to play a game that has no restrictions. I want to be able to celebrate after a touchdown. I want to dunk the goalpost if I want to. NFL doesn't like that anymore. So that's why I don't think we really need a license anymore, guys. We don't. I don't care. Let's go in a different direction. You know, I know you guys don't like Damon Groh, but hopefully, if his game comes out eventually, you know, he won't have the red tape either. I just want to support anybody that is willing to make an alternative. I don't really particularly like Damon Groh, what he's done. So I mean, who knows what's going to happen there? But let's support somebody that's been you know, forthcoming from the very beginning. Hasn't hidden anything. He's been very upfront about everything, and he's been very receptive to what we want. He's made changes, and he's made steps to improve this game with hardly any budget. I mean, he did do a Kickstarter that failed, and that's going to bring me to my next point here. So if you go on the forums here, you can actually pre-order Access Football 2016, which is kind of like it is beta access basically. You'll get beta access, but you can also do the perks that were available in the Kickstarter. Even though the Kickstarter failed, he's still going to allow you to get the perks, which is pretty awesome. So if you want to be in the football game, $59, you'll be in the credits, you'll be in the beta access, you'll be as a player in the game on whatever team you want. So that's pretty cool. So again, guys, just go to these forums. Let your feelings out. I mean, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? He won't know unless you tell him. I'm going to continue to try to give my feedback, but I want more people to give their feedback. I mean, I already have some ideas that I want to see for the next game. Tackling pursuit angles, I really want to see that improved. Don't go in a Congo line, you know, but I'm just one person. You guys, you know, you've been clamoring for simulation aspects in football games for years. Let him know. I mean, I'm just one person. Let him know. You don't have to buy the game. Just give him your feedback. If you claim that you want a better product or you want to see somebody else come into the arena, you know, these ideas must be shared. So please do. That's it, guys. I'll see you guys next time.